So, I'm back. I'm back from the dead, like Jesus Christ himself. I have been resurrected. I am back, motherfuckers. So, I'm coming back with a special one here now, all right? This one's getting me. I'm gonna make a new series, all right? This is gonna be called Smugg Storytimes, baby. You already know what it is. It's about to be bussin' in this bitch, all right? So, for this first story, it actually happened last night, all right? I just, it's the freshest one. I got all the details. You know what I'm saying? I had to drop it, all right? So, anyways, last night, I'm chilling in my room, right? I'm like, I ain't doing shit, playing with my nuts or whatever. I hit up my homeboy. I'm like, hey, yo, what you doing tonight? Like, what you on, bro? Because I just got off house arrest, like, that day, right? Which is yesterday. So I'm like, what you on, bro? He's like, nothing, not shit. I'm like, hey, you trying to kick it later? He's like, yeah, for sure, bro. Just, like, let me know. You can come meet my mom. Because, like, we're just, like, brand new friends, right? Like, I just became friends with him, right? So, anyways, I'm like, all right, bro. So, I let my mom know. I'm like, hey, you want to go meet his parents later? Woo, woo, woo. He live over, you know what I'm saying? So, he only lived across the street. Like, really. I mean, he lived on the other street behind us. But we're in the same neighborhood, basically. So, it's like a 30-second walk or 30-second drive, whatever, right? So, I'm like, hey, do you want to go meet his parents? And like within the hour, she's like, oh yeah, I can do that. So I'm like, all right, bet. I text him. I'm like, hey, yo, it's a go. And he's like, oh, for sure, bro. I got some gas. Can you bring like alcohol or something? I'm like, I can try. So I hit up the plug man, right? I hit up the plug man for the alcohol. He's like, nah, bro, I can't get any alcohol for you tonight. My car, bro, I just crashed my car. I'm like, shit, bro. So I'm like, fuck it. I got another friend, bro. He could probably get me this shit. So I hit up my homie. We're going to call this dude Jerry, all right? I hit up my homie Jerry, right? I'm like, yo, what's up? He's like, what's up, bro? I'm like, can you give me some alcohol tonight? He's like, I'll see. I'm like, all right, bet. So it comes around the time to where I need to go to Sean's place, right? So I'm like, hey, mom, let's get ready. We about to go. She's like, all right, bet. So, like, well, she didn't say bet, but she was like, all right. So I'm like, okay. I text her. I'm like, we on our way. So I wait like 10 minutes because she's slow as shit. I hop in the whip, right? And we start going this way. And I brought my Xbox because he said his was broke, right? So I'm like, you already know we about to be gaming and shit. I ain't let her know that was going to be on my goon shit tonight, right? So I go over there. We get there. We pull in the driveway. And I knock on the door, right? And immediately, Sean opens the door. He's like, yo, what's up? And my mom's like, are your parents home? Immediately. I'm like, God damn. Like, bro, she really about to be like this right now. I'm like, whatever. So, anyways, he's like, yeah, I got to see if they sleep or not. He's like, hey, Pops. His pops comes to the door, right? And he's like, hi, this dude looking kind of weird. I ain't gonna lie, bro. No disrespect to the homies. I love you, bro. You cool. But your pops look kind of weird. So, anyways, he's like, this dude look like fucking Lester from goddamn GTA, bro. I swear to God, this dude looked like a goddamn janitor, bro. Like the one that would fucking commit a murder. The dude he would be the one to shoot up the school, not the fucking kid. But this dude ended up being cool as fuck later. But anyways, my mom's like, hey, nice to meet you. Like, he's going to stay here for a little bit for the night, right? And he's like, yeah, that's cool. Whatever. They exchange numbers, whatever. And then we go in the house. And he's like, hey, bro, come upstairs. I'm like, all right. I go upstairs. This dude got this big-ass room. He got the red lights and everything. He got the swishers fanned out, like all the Rillo packets and everything. I'm like, bro, it don't even smell like gas or anything. It does not smell like weed in his room or in the house, or he don't even smell like it. And so we chilling. He's on the phone with his girl, right? And I set up my Xbox. set up my Xbox, and I turn on some GTA. GTA's loading slow as fuck, right? So while I'm waiting, he's like, yo, you want to smoke up? I'm like, shit, let's go. And he shows me this gas, and this gas, bro, this gas is something else. He says this shit is some Pineapple Express. I said, yo, what? He's like, yeah, bro, this some like good shit. I'm like, oh, it's about to get lit in this. I'm about to be sent off of this shit, bro. So I'm like, bet. He takes the first hit off of the bong, right? He packs it in this little homemade water bottle bong. Don't smoke in those because they're really bad for your lungs and shit. Like, you can inhale the plastic and shit. So he takes the first hit, and like half the bowl is left for me, right? It's a fat ass bowl too. Like, this dude was not going on light proportions. Anyways, he's like, all right, hit this shit, and he passes it to me, and I like this shit, and I started inhaling. I'm like, I tried to take the top off, but the top didn't even come off. So, or not the top, the fucking bowl. So I get airflow and just like have that shit go straight into my lungs. But that shit was taped down. I was like, shit. So I was sitting there trying to take it off, but the shit wouldn't even come off. He was like, bro, you just gotta inhale. So I ripped the whole fucking bowl, right? Like, pretty much, like, this shit was like, the whole bowl was like a fat ass bowl. It was like a 0.3. That's pretty fucking big. And so I ripped like this shit. I ripped pretty much like a 0.2, right? He left a generous amount for me. He's a homie, you know what I'm saying? So I ripped this shit, bro. And immediately, bro, I start coughing my lungs out, bro. I just, I'm fucking dying, bro. I'm dying at this shit. I'm like, yo, this some fucking Xylon B goddamn shit they used on the Jews, bro. Like, goddamn, this is some gas, bro. He's like, yeah, man, I know. Like, this shit hard as fuck. I'm like, yeah, bro. So, anyways, we put that bowl down, right? We go to play, he brings up some chairs to the TV so we can play some GTA, right? Drive around, show me some cars. And he's got to get his account connected because it's a new Xbox, right? Like, it's my Xbox. And so he finally gets his account set up after like 20 minutes. He could not get that shit in because he forgot the password and shit. Of course, bro. Like you always do. So he finally gets into this account and he shows me this shit. And this dude's got every fucking car known to man. This dude's got everything. This dude's got hella money. He's like, bro, it's a glitch account. I'm like, shit. No wonder you got all this shit, bro. And so I'm like, damn, this weed starts kicking in, right? I'm like, yo, I'm fucking gassed. Like, I'm pretty high right now, but, like, I'm not high. Like, I'm not sent to the moon yet, right? This dude, he's like, bro, you need some water? I'm like, yeah, I need something to drink. And he handed me this bottle. I'm like, what is it? It's kind of like orange in it, right? I'm like, what is this? He's like, it's nothing crazy, bro, I promise. I'm like, all right. So I just slammed this whole thing, right? This whole fucking bottle, right? And he's like, he starts laughing. I'm like, what? He's like, you know how vitamin C boosts your high? I'm like, yeah. He's like, that's what that was. I was like, yo, I'm about to be lit, bro. I'm about to be sent off of this shit. He's like, yeah, I put 2 packets in that shit. I was like, yo, oh my God, I'm gonna die. About 30 minutes goes by. Time starts going by slow, bro. I'm talking Matrix slow, bro. I'm sitting there and I'm looking at my phone like every fucking 2 minutes because I'm thinking like, bro, like shit, like it's not late, but it's like 9:30 at this point, right? And he's like, damn, bro, you good? I'm like, yeah. At this point, bro, I look up from my phone and I'm stuck. I'm so gassed I cannot move. I swear to you, bro. I could not move a muscle. I'm sitting there, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is even life? I was like, deadass, like, that's exactly what's going through my head. I'm like, yo, is this shit even real, bro? Like, I was looking at my jeans. I remember this. I was looking at my jeans for like 20 minutes. And I got like these, like, I don't know. There's some crazy designer shit, right? You know how they look all crazy and shit? So it's like all different colors. I'm like, bro, this shit is fucking, like, what the fuck is in this weed, bro? Like, I took 1 hit. Like, I mean, still it was a lot of weed, but still it was 1 hit, bro. I'm fucking busting off of this shit, bro. I'm so lit. I'm like, God damn, bro. I can't even talk. This dude's looking over at me every 5 minutes. He's like, yo, you good, bro? You just not gonna talk? I'm like, I just sit there and I can't talk, bro. I can't move. I swear to you, bro, it was terrible. Like, it started getting bad. Like, I was getting scared and shit. He's like, you want to drive? I'm like, on GTA, I'm like, no, bro, I can't drive. Like, but when I say that, like how I'm saying it right now, I didn't say it like that. I was like, nah, bro. Like, I was dead ass, like, whispering because I could not fucking, like, my muscles did not work, bro. So, I was just laying there. I put my head down. I tried to go to sleep, like, in the chair. And he's like, bro, you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm straight, bro. Like, but I say it like, yeah, like, I like bubbles and some shit. And he's like, all right, bro. So, anyways, bro, about like another half hour goes by and it's 10 o'clock, right? So, he's like, hey, yo, my pops just texted me. He said you gotta leave in 30 minutes. I'm like, yo, what? I'm so gassed. I can't even move, bro. And you want me to go in front of my mom, bro? Dog, I'm on probation. Like, she will kill me, bro. And I was like, shit, bro. I thought I was staying the night. I was like, in my head. But what came out was, all right, bro. Like, that's all that came out of my mouth. I swear to you, bro. So I'm like, shit, in my head, I'm freaking out. I get a text from my mom. She's like, text me when you get this. I'm like, shit. I look at that. I'm like, yo. I asked Sean, I'm like, yo, what do I say? He's like, just say what's up, bro. I'm like, I can't, bro. I'm like, I can't, bro. Like, I dead ass did not know it. I thought if I texted her anything, she was gonna know immediately that I was high. Like, I was that paranoid. Like, I've never been this gassed in my entire life. So, anyways, bro, I fucking tell her. I actually didn't even end up telling her anything. I ignored her, bro. And then, about 5 minutes later, I moved to the couch, right? Because I finally get up. This dude had to literally pull my ass up, and I get on the couch. I'm sitting down. I'm like, fuck, bro. Like, I'm not feeling too good, bro. I'm not feeling too hot right now. He's like, shit, like, because I keep doing this shit. Like, I keep, like, swallowing, like, really loud. Like, no homo shit, you know. But, you know that shit you do with your throat, like, once you get, like, when you're about to throw up, when you feel like you're about to throw up, you know what the fuck I'm thinking, bro. But when that shit started happening, bro, that shit started happening to me. And I guess he could hear it or something, because he's like, you all right, bro? I'm like, like, I'm sitting there, and I'm, like, holding my stomach and shit. And then I just puke, bro. I just yak, bro. I'm just, like, I just puke, bro. But, like, barely anything. It was, like, some sludge that came out, bro. Because, like, I didn't really eat. Because I've been sick, so I wasn't hungry. So it was like throwing up like nothing, like barely anything. And he gives me the garbage can, and I keep yakking, bro. I'm just yakking over and over. Like, I'm just puking, bro. Like, it was so bad. When I'm telling you, like, I was so fucked up. Like, this is the most fucked up I've ever been off of just weed. And he's like, bro, do you feel better now? I'm like, no, bro, I'm still high as fuck. And he's like, starts laughing. He's like, bro, we gotta get you sobered up. Like, you gotta leave in like 10 minutes. I'm like, fuck, bro. So he pulls me up again, and I'm walking. And when I walk, bro, it feels like AIDS, bro. It feels like hell. It's terrible, bro. I hated walking. I would rather die than walk. And you know, if you've ever been too gassed, what this feeling is like. So I get up, and he opens the bathroom door for me. This nigga's babying me, bro. Hey, so embarrassing the next day, like, this morning. Like, so embarrassing, bro. Like, props to the homie for doing that shit to me. You a real one, bro. I fuck with you. So he gets me to this bathroom, right? And he's like, splash some water on your face. I splash this water on my face. And I'm like, yo, this shit did not help, bro. And he's like, oh, shit, bro. Like, now my face is just all wet. He's like, I got you a towel. Picks up some dirty-ass towel. I don't know if it's dirty. I was high as fuck. I don't know. But I dry my face off with it, right? So he's like, bro, you gotta, like, let's get your shit together and get down on the porch so she doesn't come in and, like, yo, my parents. And I'm like, all right, bro. So he gets my Xbox and everything together. Such a homie, bro. Did not forget any chargers, cords, or anything. Like, even my Mortal Kombat that I had, he did not forget that shit. So we go outside to the porch, right? He's holding my Xbox. And we wait about, like, 3 minutes. And he's like, bro, where is she? Is she coming? I'm like, yeah, bro, she's coming. And so I just see her car, bro, whip around the corner. And she pulls into that driveway so fast, bro. I'm like, yo, in my head, I'm thinking, yo, I'm dead. Like, this is it. I'm dead. He starts walking down. She gets out of her car so fast. She's like, what the fuck is going on? And he's like, oh, he just got a little sick and he's throwing up and this and that. And I'm like, yo, she's not gonna believe that shit. Like, she see me so fucked up. And he's like, oh yeah, I wonder why. And he's like, what do you mean I wonder why? And she's like, you tell me. And she's like, I'm about to call the fucking police right now, and starts to dial 911 on her phone. I'm like, yo, I know that she's bluffing, right? Because she's done this a million trillion times. I know she's bluffing, but this dude does not. So he confessed to me that he's like, we just smoked a little bit of weed. I swear, like, he only took one hit. I don't know why he's, like, so high right now. And she's like, do you guys take anything else? And he's like, no, we didn't, I swear. And she's like, she looks at me and he's like, I have seen my son high. He is not like this when he's high. And I'm just like, yo, I can't even talk. Like, I didn't even respond to her, like, the whole night because I could not talk. I was just so gassed. Like, I've never been this high. So we get to the porch, right? And she's like, I'm going to talk to your parents right now. She fucking whips open that fucking door, dude. I swear to God, she was so pissed. She could rip that shit right off the hinges. She walks in that shit. She's like, where the fuck are your parents at? Her mom is standing, like, right in the living room. She's like, what's going on? And she's like, you know what the fuck's going on? She's like, what? Why is my son so fucked up right now? And she's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. And then my mom's like, you fucking know. She's like, do you let them smoke? And she was like, no, I had never heard of this. Which, I mean, this is fucking bullshit. Like, they were dead ass, like, smoking with us pretty much, bro. Like, I swear to God. So I'm like, oh, thank God. Like, she didn't admit to it. Like, that would have killed me. So she's like, no, I didn't know. Like, I'm calling his father right now. His dad's cool as shit, but he acted like, dude, this dude played it off, bro. Somebody give this dude a goddamn Grammy or Emmy, or I don't know what the fuck the award is for the acting or whatever, but this dude needs an award, period, bro. Because this dude, he was like, how dare you bring that in our house? Like, why are you smoking in the house? I told you about this, all this. My mom's starting to feel better about it. She's like, I wouldn't really care if, like, he had just told me. I'm like, bro, what? I'm like, I know you would care if I told you because I have told you, and you got mad at me anyways. So I know she's lying. Anyways, bro, they're talking. She's like, if he's sick and I gotta take him to the hospital, I'm still gonna put y'all, like, y'all are gonna be liable for this. And they're like, yeah, we understand. Like, we're really sorry. All this. Sean's telling my mom, he's like, yeah, I'm really sorry, man. I'm like, all this. And she's like, all right. And then we head out. And I still don't even say anything. We get in the car, and I'm sitting there, and she's like, why didn't you tell me you were smoking? You know, I don't really care that much about smoking. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, I can't even say anything because I'm so high. I can't even talk. Like, I've never been this high in my life. And I'm just like I mumble some shit, right? And she thinks I'm even more fucked up, bro. And she's like, what, did you do anything else? I'm like, I finally get some words out. I'm like, no. We didn't. I'm like, she's like, I'm going to test you as soon as we get home. I'm like, yo, I know I'm going to be fucked because I popped a fucking Xan just like 4 days ago. I was fucking barred out a few days ago. That shit's going to show up. We fucking get home, right? She whips this shit, right? She pulls in the fucking driveway. We get in that bitch, and she doesn't even look like that mad, but I know she's pissed, bro, because she's doing that fucking voice, that fucking thing. How you know, bro? You know that you fucking dead, all right? So I get upstairs. She's like, here's a cup, solo cup, right? She's like, pissing this shit. I don't want to hear any fucking, like, weird movements or anything. I piss in this cup, right? I hand it to her. She tests, she's like, sit out, like, go to your room. I'm like, all right. She tests me, and she's like, waiting for that shit to show up. About 3 minutes goes by, and she's like, Kaden? I'm like, yeah. She's like, come here. I walk to her room. I look at this test, bro. This shit shows up positive for 3 things. Benzos, gas, and a stimulant, which is my Adderall. I'm prescribed that, so that's like, you know what I'm saying. So she's like, what is this? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm playing it dumb, bro. I'm playing it dummy stupid. And she's like, I'm like, I don't even know what that is. Like, she knows that I know. Like, she knows she knows I pop perks before I pop Xanax. Like, I know what that is. She knows I'm not stupid, but I'm so high, bro. I'm like, I don't know. She's like, it'll be perks, any downers. I'm like, shit, I didn't take any today. And she's like, have you took any, like, in the past week? I'm like, no. She's like, yeah, okay. I'm like, fuck, bro, she knows. Anyway, she calls my stepdad up there, and I can hear them talking, bro, because I get sent back to my room, but, like, her door's open, and I can hear her asking, hey, is this positive or negative? I'm like, yo, you're telling me this whole time, every drug test I've ever had, she doesn't know what positive and negative is? You're joking, bro. You're joking right now. Like, this is a big ass joke. Where are the cameras at, bro? Where are the cameras at? So I'm like, all right, well, I gotta wait with this shit. Easy. She's like, go eat something downstairs, because I don't know if you're gonna wake up. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck do you think I'm on? She's like, I don't know. And she's like, actually, take off your shirt. I'm like, okay. I take off my shirt, right? She's looking at my arms, like, she's looking close. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, just looking for syringe marks. I'm like, yo, what? What kind of fucking junkie do you think I am, bro? What do you think I do? And I say that. I'm like, what do you think I do? And she's like, I don't know. Showing up on this test. Whoop. I'm like, oh my God, this is ridiculous, bro. Like, I will pop pills, but I will never, ever do heroin or meth, bro. You catch me doing that shit, I hope you fucking kill me, bro. Because I'll never do that shit. Anyway, she's like, you're good, like, whatever. Go downstairs and go find something to eat. I'm like, all right. I get this bag of Ruffles, bro. Smacking on this hoe, bro. I'm smacking on these hoes. These shits were slapping, bro. They were busting, bro. I'm eating these shits. I'm drinking a Coke with it, too. And when I finish that shit, I go upstairs, I lay down, and I have me a fucking nap. I wake up, she's like, here, you can have your phone. I'm not grounded in nothing. That's today. I'm straight. I just thought I had to make this video. Hey, if you fuck with the stories, you gotta comment that shit. Let me know. Like the shit. Make sure you subscribe always, bro. You gotta, if you don't subscribe, bro, I'll never send you a dick pic if you don't subscribe. That's on me, bro. Anyways, don't subscribe. Kill yourself, bro.